Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving back into the legendary world of Tim Burton's Batman 1989, where shadows rule and justice wears a cape. If you love Batman, chaos, and cinematic storytelling, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell for more dark tales from Gotham. All right, let's get started. Batman 89, Vol 1. It's Halloween night in Gotham City. Fog snakes through the steel canyons between skyscrapers, and the glow of orange streetlights battles the eternal shadows that Gotham is known for. High above the chaos of the streets, on the 59th floor of an elegant tower, a refined French restaurant is alive with soft jazz and candlelight. Amid the murmurs and clinking glasses, two figures sit by the large panoramic window. Harvey Dent, Gotham's sharp-witted, sharp-suited district attorney, and Barbara Gordon, daughter of the city's legendary police commissioner, James Gordon. Their drinks shimmer in the candlelight as they laugh over private jokes and half-whispered hopes. But the romance is broken when Barbara suddenly leans forward, her eyes wide with a mixture of awe and unease. "Oh my God, look, Harvey!" Harvey turns quickly to the glass, but sees only night and sky. "There's nothing there," he says with a soothing smile. "Honey, we're on the 59th floor. Maybe a bird or your reflection?" Barbara narrows her eyes, unsettled. "I could have sworn I saw someone." Unseen to them, across the chasm of city air and neon, a tall, cloaked figure stands atop a building, cape flowing in the wind like wings of darkness. Batman. He stands watchful and silent, a predator on the rooftop jungle, the only line of defense between Gotham and the night. Down below, the city square pulses with the energy of Halloween. Costumed children skip through crowds dressed as their favorite heroes and villains. Tiny Batmen, grinning Jokers, Catwomen on rollerblades. The celebration is loud, colorful, electric. But away from the center stage, lurking in the shadows of an alley, a real gang of Joker followers, nastier and more unhinged than ever after the death of their chaotic leader, wait. Faces smeared with messy makeup, green hair dyed in haste, grins twisted with madness, they gather around a new leader, Emmett. He's a tall, thin man in a worn trench coat, a fedora pulled low, and a red clown nose cap barely concealing the cruelty in his eyes. He grips a walkie-talkie and mutters, "All right, boys, this is Emmett. On my count, 1, 2, 3, boom." An explosion rips through the city square. Glass shatters, concrete trembles. The noise sends people into screaming chaos. Costumed partygoers run in all directions, unsure whether this is still a trick or now a deadly treat. In the chaos, the Joker gang splits. One half floods the streets, looting stores and terrifying bystanders. The other rushes toward the Gotham Bridge, now partly destroyed by the blast. Their target, two armored bank trucks, toppled from the bridge and now hanging precariously off the edge. On a rooftop across the scene, Batman watches the horror unfold. He activates his communicator. "James, do you see this?" Commissioner Gordon's gravelly voice comes through. "Yeah, Batman. What do you think they're after?" Batman narrows his eyes as the helicopter descends. "I think I know. They're not just making a statement. They're making a score. Bring your heavy units. It's time to play." Without another word, Batman leaps from the rooftop, his cape snapping open into a bat-shaped glider, soaring through the night sky toward the hovering helicopter. Below, the Joker gang is busy using the cables to hoist the armored trucks into the air, trying to steal millions in cash mid-flight. But Batman dives onto one of the rising trucks. With incredible speed and precision, he fires a grappling hook, latching the helicopter to a nearby building. Then, in one swift move, he detaches the cables from the trucks, causing the helicopter to lurch and spin out of control. Screaming, the pilot loses control as the chopper slams into the side of the building in a fireball of glass and flame. Batman rides the crashing truck down, landing with a hard roll. The Joker gang now turns all their fury toward him. Guns blaze, bullets fly. But Batman is always 10 steps ahead. He tosses a bat-shaped explosive dart toward the giant golden coin statue above the Gotham Bank entrance. The explosion severs its base, and the huge coin rolls toward him, Batman diving behind it like a knight behind a shield. Using the coin for cover, he calls in the Batmobile. Tires screech. The car arrives just in time, its armored doors opening like jaws. Batman slips inside and vanishes into the night as police helicopters swarm the sky, scattering the Joker gang and forcing them into retreat. Elsewhere, in the echo of the disaster, Harvey and Barbara leave the tower, walking quietly toward their car. Harvey is on the phone with the mayor, urgently discussing the crisis. Suddenly, a flash of movement. A young Joker thug darts out from the crowd and rips Barbara's purse from her arm before vanishing into a side alley. Harvey's eyes darken. Without thinking, he dashes after the thief. As he rounds the corner into the alley, two other gang members appear, one in front of him with a pistol drawn, and the purse snatcher now behind him. "Give me your wallet and watch, pretty boy," the thug sneers. Harvey lifts his hands slowly, calm and deliberate. All right. I'm not looking for trouble." He removes his watch. Then, wham! In a blur, Harvey smashes the watch into the gunman's face, knocking him cold. In one motion, he snatches the fallen gun, spins, and points it at the man behind him. The thug freezes. "Please, man, don't shoot. I'm sorry." Harvey stares him down with dead eyes, then slowly pulls a coin from his pocket. "Let's see how lucky you are." He flips the coin into the air. "Heads, you live. Tails, you dead." As the coin spins, the thug starts to sob. Then, bang! Barbara, just arriving, hears the shot and screams. She rushes into the alley to find Harvey standing there, breathing heavily. One hand holds her bag. The other, a smoking gun, still pointed skyward. The thugs are gone. She runs to him, tears in her eyes. "You shouldn't have done this. I could have replaced the bag." Harvey lowers the gun and looks at her with burning intensity. "But I couldn't replace you. We can't let freaks in masks, bats, cats, or clowns think they can rule this city through fear. Not anymore." The next morning in Wayne Manor, light floods through the tall Gothic windows as Alfred Pennyworth, the ever-dutiful and sharp-witted butler, walks briskly across the hallway and enters Bruce Wayne's bedroom. With a practiced hand, he pulls open the heavy curtains, letting in a wave of sunlight that slices through the darkness like a dagger. Still sore from the previous night's ordeal, Bruce Wayne stirs in bed, wincing slightly as his body protests. "Good morning, Alfred," he mutters groggily. "Where's my breakfast?" Alfred, with his usual British poise, responds while adjusting Bruce's blanket. "I'll bring it to you shortly, sir. But you have a guest." Bruce's tired eyes narrow. "A guest?" Downstairs, in the Wayne Manor kitchen, sleek and sterile with chrome finishes and imported espresso machines, a man sits comfortably at the table sipping coffee from a Wayne Enterprises mug. Harvey Dent, Gotham's golden boy, district attorney, and Bruce's oldest friend, now wearing a freshly pressed suit and a half-forced smile. Bruce enters the room, dressed in a casual robe, and immediately spots Harvey. "You woke me up, Dent," Bruce says with a smirk. "Must have been one hell of a party last night, huh?" Harvey chuckles. "That's what I figured. I thought you were out celebrating." Bruce pours himself coffee and sits across from him, his smile fading. "All right, Harvey. What's this about?" Suddenly, Harvey's tone shifts. His smile vanishes, replaced with a look of cold resolve. "Bruce, I want you to help me arrest Batman." Bruce freezes. The room seems to go silent as the weight of those words hangs heavy in the air. But before he can respond, the television nearby buzzes to life, displaying coverage of the previous night's chaos. A reporter details Batman's actions, praising him for preventing the theft of over $31 million from the Gotham National Bank. Bruce raises an eyebrow, half grinning. There, you see? Batman just saved your money, Harvey. Harvey fires back and caused $21 million in property damage. He's reckless. Bruce leans back. Is that why you've brought National Guard in the streets? Harvey's jaw tightens. This city has been a circus for freaks and vigilantes for too long. It's time we take it back. As Harvey stands, preparing to leave, he walks beside Bruce to the manor's grand entrance. He lowers his voice, eyeing Bruce carefully. I don't believe Batman is just one man. I think it's Gordon's personal Black Ops team, elite, well-trained, protected by the badge. Batman is a myth, and I intend to expose it and take Gordon down. But to do that, I need your support. Bruce doesn't answer. Harvey puts a hand on his shoulder. Think about it, old friend. Then he walks out, leaving behind a chill. Back inside, Alfred steps forward with concern. Sir, it appears Mr. Dent is not joking. He truly intends to hunt down Batman and Commissioner Gordon. I would advise against wearing the cape again. Bruce nods slowly, deep in thought. If Harvey's plan works, if the National Guard really does clean up the city, I will quit. That night, the mayor of Gotham, red-faced and shaking with anger, stands on the steps of Gotham City Hall, surrounded by reporters, police, and rows of National Guard troops in riot gear. Cameras flash, microphones crowd the podium. With a thunderous voice, the mayor declares, "From this moment forward, Batman is considered a criminal, just like the clowns, the thieves, and the masked monsters who think they can rule our streets." He slams a fist down. With the combined force of the Gotham Police and the National Guard, we will cleanse this city. No more freaks. No more shadows. Inside Wayne Manor, Bruce sits alone in his study, watching the speech unfold on the TV. His jaw clenches. Suddenly, through the window, a familiar sight flickers in the stormy sky. The bat signal. But Bruce knows. That's not Gordon. And yet, curiosity wins. The cape and cowl return. Perched atop a building adjacent to Gotham Police headquarters, Batman crouches like a gargoyle. He watches. The bat signal glares defiantly in the sky, and standing boldly beside it, Harvey Dent, surrounded by hundreds of armed officers in hiding, ready to ambush. Batman activates his comlink. Gordon, it's Harvey. The trap is set. We can't use this line anymore. Destroy the communicator and lay low. Inside his dimly lit office, Commissioner Gordon swirls a glass of scotch and responds quietly, "We gave it our best, old friend. Thank you for everything." He places the communicator on the desk and smashes it with the butt of his revolver. Meanwhile, Batman moves across the rooftops, swift and silent, but not unseen. A National Guard patrol below catches sight of him, and within seconds, spotlights snap on, and the chase begins. Batman darts through the night, dodging bullets, sliding across wet rooftops. But as he turns a corner, he spots a sudden disturbance below. A shopkeeper screaming, a thief sprinting away with stolen goods. Even on the run, Batman's instinct kicks in. He dives after the thief, following him into a crumbling apartment building. But inside, the situation is not what it seems. Batman bursts into a room and freezes. The thief is a teenager, no older than 17, clutching a crying child in his arms. "I wasn't stealing," the boy says, voice cracking. Batman, confused and hesitating, begins to assess the situation, but before he can act, a shadow from behind launches an attack. A masked man, unknown and agile, hurls Batman across the room with brute strength, sending him crashing through a window. Then the mysterious figure turns to the teen and calmly hands him the money. "Here, sorry for the noise." As Batman falls, wind howling past his ears, he fires his grappling cable, catching a ledge and swinging upward, just in time to avoid a fatal drop. But the moment he regains balance, dozens of National Guard troops surround him, weapons raised, floodlights blinding. To be continued. Thanks for watching, Gotham Guardians. If you enjoyed this journey into the shadows of Tim Burton's Batman '89, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the Bat Signal reach more fans like you. Got thoughts, theories, or favorite moments? Drop them in the comments below. We read them all. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you won't miss the next dark chapter from Gotham City. Until next time, stay sharp, stay safe, and stay in the shadows.